In my role as host as MC, I'm going to take advantage of the opportunity to talk to you a little bit about a major new initiative that we started as a foundation. It's related to our workforce development initiative. And so I'll walk a little bit through that and talk to you about what we're creating, what we're doing, and what resources will be available or are available to the industry right now. So workforce development, we looked at the industry and said, what can we do to help the industry in terms of being able to recruit more people, get higher quality, higher volume of quality individuals into this industry, which in turn will overall, increase the pool, increase the number of people that you can potentially, be recruiting and getting in here. And if we look at it from a simple purpose of if you've got 5 people to recruit from or 100 people to recruit from, you're going to have a lot of better opportunity to find really high quality, good people from that larger pool. So we're trying to work to find ways to raise awareness about the great careers that are in this industry, so that we can increase that quality, right? That's our why. Like, we want to increase the number of people that will be interested so we can increase the overall quality, and then also be able to have a big enough pipeline, increase the pipeline so that those who are retiring will have enough people to fill the need over time as well. And so how are we going to do that? We looked at it and really decided that we need to develop more resources and tools and educational information that will help engage and excite individuals about the crane industry. There really was no one resource. Again, there's certain companies, certain individuals that are doing a good job to talk about their own potential opportunities, but not one-stop resource where they could get all that information. So we developed what we call My Crane Career. This is based on some of the research that we did initially around workforce development with HUMRO, as well as some of informed by some of that, as well as some other conversations we've had within the industry through our various volunteers on our committees, the SMEs guidance, our board, to help really guide us into kind of what things should we be talking about, what information needs to be put together. And as you see on the new resources on the website that we put together, we have a slew of new things that's available, accessible to the entire industry, that will hopefully help talk about the industry to individuals that may not even know there's possibility of a great career in here. So some of the key messages that we developed off of that research are called a career, not just a job, satisfaction from hard work, and being part of something bigger. These are things that came out of, again, the research that we did originally with HUMRO, focus groups, interviews with existing crane operators. People said, you always think we're like, hey, you can make a lot of money. That's the reason why you should do this job. That is not the top thing for the people that are working in these jobs. It's a thing they like, for sure, but that is not the top thing. It's satisfaction out of their work. It's being able to say, I built that, and talk about to their families and say, this is something that's significant and something I get to be a part of a team. So again, we took that and kind of distilled it into some key messages, and then put into a tagline that we're saying, build something bigger. So what we did is turn that all into one big giant website called mycranecareer.org. On that website, we have a lot of different resources. So I'm going to talk through a couple of them, but we've got videos, we've got a career quiz, we've got information related to just how to start in the field, a bunch of different roles that you can go on there and read job descriptions, etc. Educational resources, and then other ways to connect with the next step. These are all things that through our research and through discussions, we discovered just aren't out there. Unless you know somebody in the industry already, you do not know how to get in this industry. Unless you walk up to somebody that's in a crane seat and ask, hey, how do you do this? There's no way to get into it right now. There's no clear, visible way. If you look at some other trade careers out there where they're like, oh, I just go to school. Like, I just go to that vocational school, that college, and that's how I become a plumber or an electrician or something like that. There is not that in this industry, and so we're, again, trying to make it more obvious pathways to be able to get into this and educate folks about the awesome careers that are available. So we created mycranecareer.org. It's currently up. It's got some things like the top 10 reasons. So you all have a printout of what that is, of the PDF, which is also available on the website. But again, talks about things based on the research that we had, that it's really career stability, lucrative salary, career advancement, job satisfaction, contribution to society, team collaboration, hands-on work, varied work environments, skill development, and travel opportunities. These are all things that were identified in our research, and again, through focus groups and conversations, where we said these are the top 10 things that we should be highlighting as the opportunities in this industry. Again, there's some things will resonate with some people, some things will resonate with other people, but these are, again, 10 things that really, if you're going out to talk to people about potential of getting into this as a career, or you've got some people that are like, hey, yeah, I'm doing this already in my thing, but you might make a great operator. Again, talk to them about these things, especially when you're talking to some of the younger generation. Just saying, yeah, you'll make a lot of money is not going to be the thing that appeals to them. I mean, they'll like it, but they're not going to be the main thing. Doing things that's going to make a contribution to society, have job satisfaction, those are the things that resonate. So again, that's available on our websites as one example of the resources. We also have a career path that Nate was showing that's based on some of our ongoing research. But we developed this career path. If you go on the website and you click on any one of these individual things, it'll give you a quick job description. And then, as you'll see in a second, for some of the things that are certified through CCO, some of the bigger, operator roles, we've got a lot more information, more detailed kind of descriptions about that job role. So again, if somebody's looking like, what is that job? How much could I make? What would be interesting about this job? They can go and find it online. And again, it even goes out through the entire potential for, future career advancement beyond the operator roles. What could you be doing that would be non-field positions, degree level positions, etc. That it is truly a career. You can start in the entry level and get through an entire career and do you all know this, go through your whole life. But we need to be able to explain this in an easy way for people to understand. So as I said, for some of the, we got 19 crane industry careers that are very specific, that we do a little bit more in-depth highlights of them, so that you can see on the website. Again, you click on any one of those, you'll get more information. It'll provide you an at-a-glance, 2-sentence description of what that job is. It provides you a very, let's say, more exciting description of what that job is. You can see I kind of pulled it out here for mobile crane operator. It's not just saying like, yeah, you move stuff around. It's saying that you can really be a part of this, building your communities, building these monuments, these stadiums, things in your communities that will last a lifetime, last past your lifetime. Again, we're trying to get people excited, interested in this role. Talk about kind of average job salaries. Clearly, it depends where you are, what you're doing, how much experience, but we give them some idea about that. And then again, skills, typical experience and training that you might, and typical skills. Again, all things that hopefully if somebody reads through this will be excited about, what could I be doing in this industry? Some other things that we got on there, the get connected, get started. So this website is not a job board. This website will never be a job board. This is not our intent. This is an educational website to provide information for individuals so that everybody, again, whether you're a union, a company, a training company, what have you, an individual that's just looking for information about the industry can go to this site and learn more. In order to, again, help people kind of get to the next step, there is a connections page. It talks about and links to the union website to say there's, potentially union halls. It also talks about the potential that there's jobs in your community that you can look for and simply search to find opportunities for jobs in your community. And then obviously accredited training providers, that's a way to also get into this industry. So again, trying to make it very clear for folks, these are kind of your pathways that you could get into this as a career, which was, previously kind of, I'm going to Google it and I'll probably just come up with a bunch of jobs, but it doesn't actually tell me anything about these roles. And so that's our goal, is to help educate people, put resources together about this kind of information. So I want to share with you what we've also developed is we've developed 3, okay, good, it did not go directly. 3 videos right now. So we're starting a social media campaign, things like that. But we have also developed, we went out, got our own videography, photography, again, that's used on the website. But we've created 3 different videos. One's a 2-minute video with actual crane operators, riggers, signal people talking about their job, why they love what they do, how great it is as a career. We've got kind of a quick sizzle reel, if you will, which I'll play for you in a second. That's 30 seconds. You can use on social media. Again, The idea here is that you can share it, talk about, your recruitment efforts, talk about your company, whatever you have, what have you. But this is now available to you to say, hey, do you think this will be cool? Like, we're not just going to say it's cool. We're going to show you that these are cool things and people that are actually doing this like this as a job. So we've got several of those videos available online that you're welcome to share. We encourage you to share with other people, but we want to get this out there. Again, we need to start building the awareness for this entire industry, and we want to help you do that. So I'm going to play for you, hopefully it works, 30-second kind of sizzle reel video that we put together.
We need more hands-on, hard-working problem solvers. Sound like you? Join thousands of others in an exciting career in the crane industry. No degree required. Build something bigger. Get started at mycranecareer.org.
So again, that's just an example of one of the videos. The longer 2-minute video has individual interviews with folks just saying how much they love their career and highlights some of the talking points that I talked about before. So again, I encourage you to look more into it and share it. Some of the other resources that are on the site, we did a webinar with women crane operators, just talking about, again, how they got into it, why they like it, things like that. Same thing with military veterans. We're going to do more to help focus on those areas and try to get people interested from that areas to get them involved in the industry. But hearing it from the horse's mouth of people saying that I do this and you can possible for you too, this is the kind of stuff that we want to encourage. And again, it's free, available on our site. There's more resources available on the site. As I said, there is information about scholarships, which I'll mention more in a second. And then we do have a toolkit page. So if you go to mycranecareer.org/toolkit, which is not directly linked there, you can see it. There's PDFs, there's the videos, there's social media graphics that you can use. Again, all is available for free for your organizations to use that and hopefully share and help in your recruitment efforts. I will mention that in the last couple minutes here, we do have a new scholarship program. We have two that have just launched. They're in the pilot period right now. I'm happy to share. You can get the full applications there with all the requirements there. Again, one's for initial crane operator training that leads to CCO certification. The other one's for initial rigger and or signal person training that leads to CCO certification. In order to make sure they're getting quality training and that they're going through a process here and getting the CCO certification, which we believe is the gold standard. We will, they need to go through a accredited training provider that I know CCO Education Services is working on. So we're trying to develop that program out right now. We're going to evaluate it at the end of this year and then be able to look to see, again, where we can improve in things. But another part of our goal is, again, to make it easier and people to be able to get into this industry. For those who want to go the training route, this is one opportunity for them. So again, happy to talk to more about that or answer your questions about that when we do the Q&A session. And then just to talk what's next, as Nate pointed out, we're doing further workforce research. We're going to provide that out to everybody. Again, this should hopefully help identify roles and places that you may not normally look for people that could be in this good quality people that could be in this industry. I know you all have your own resources in the places that you typically go, but hopefully this will kind of expand that and say these people with the skills we may not already be going after them. We don't realize this is a whole market of people who would love to actually have a career. Again, all the things that we laid out, the 10 things that we talk about, the benefits of this industry. It'll be able to say, let's go start marketing to those groups and pulling from those groups and not just constantly say this is the same 5 places we can go to. We will hopefully expand that out for everybody else. We're going to do, the foundation will do a targeted media paid online advertising campaign in the next few months. The purpose of that is really to try to drive people to this website, obviously individuals that might be interested in this as a career, but more so we're going to try to test some of these messages that I've been talking about. Try to see what people like to see, what do they click on? Is it like, hey, make a lot more money, or hey, build something in your community? We will then be able to share those results with everybody else, again, to say if you are doing similar things in your communities, here's the messaging that we actually know resonates based on the work that we've been doing as a foundation. We'll be launching a social media campaign. Again, I invite you to follow our Facebook and Instagram, just My Crane Career. You can find it there. We'll expand our message development. As I said, continue to expand resources for the website. So if you have ideas about what would be useful for the industry, please share them with me. Again, we've been purposeful to talk about it's My Crane Career. It's not the foundation. It's not any individual company. It's just a generic My Crane Career so that you can send people there to get more information and still talk about your individual organizations. And then again, hopefully doing more things like this, engaging the crane industry on to be able to use those resources.